bring the sound here? Okay, there. Things. With the light. Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Black Smoke. Just turn the computer on. What's up, bud? Still getting set up here. Trying to start earlier. Getting tired of going up to the house at 10 o'clock at night. It's kind of crazy. I also have a microphone coming, so if you don't hear me, I apologize. I think all this shop work, or maybe the pass load in the shed there, made the speaker really crispy. I'll turn on the machines and I sound like a robot. So I just ordered up a microphone. No Amazon special, not crazy, but it should do the trick. I got one that I can plug in Bluetooth, but I can still charge my phone. That was the main thing. Where are we at here tonight? I thought to play around with this. The pick and chicken. Might cut a little more with the saw. Let me pull out some other locks. Let me pull out some locks. You never know who's watching, who's in here for the first time, but don't be afraid to ask questions. I got what I do is, this one I already started to cut, but it's a Medico lock, regular door lock, deadbolt, or any other kind of latch, and I'll take them apart, make some nice shapes out of it, and assemble it back together so that you can see the pins inside. Still setting up. I still don't have the greatest light. Yeah, that's what we're doing around here. So then this one right here, people use them for practice lock picking. So a pickin' chicken picking. I might cut some slots in this tonight. I went out and got a new hacksaw. Not like I don't have enough. I have 2 hacksaws over there, but the one I got Not sponsored. The one I got has a nice flat surface for the hacksaw to mount to. Boom, flat and flat, so that'll keep me nice and square. The other ones I was playing with, this one, like this one here, old school, but it'll twist. Now you kind of have to eyeball this being square. And same thing with this one. This is a little nicer, but still, you have to twist. And those two right there are relying on a nut at the end, and you can only tighten it so much. But this one is this, where it tightens the blade. Snap it. Oh yeah. Now we're in business. Get my guitar tuner down here. How's my day? My day is pretty good, thank you. Playing around, still getting used to the nice weather. Got the allergies happening. That's always fun. Nose to run off my face, and I'm a little tired. But it's going good. How was your day? So we got the new hacksaw. Got some blades. What else we got to do? What else we got to do? There's that. Picks these away. Shouldn't put them too far away. Just good, nice. Very good. Very good. Now, disclaimer, I didn't come up with all this myself. I got turned on to cutting open these locks by Green Tools. Green Tools NYC. You can find him on YouTube. And he cuts locks on his free time. And yeah, it's really cool stuff. And I missed working on little metal things like that, so I had to try it myself. So we're doing it down here with some, just whatever I got. Do it with the bandsaw over there. Bandsaw. Yeah, I went to the candy store. Got some new goodies. Got the vise, these hacksaws, files, sandpaper. All the good stuff. Hey, thank you. Take care. Great night. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm trying to wrap my head around. I had a little sip of thought. Okay, let's get to business. It's a little messy. I like to clean up before I start working. I'm gonna shoot from the hip. So first, business order of business. I want to see how this sits in the vise, because that'll tell me if I want to make a little jig to hold this. Let's see, what side do I want to be cutting? If I get to cut enough the beak, that'd be a lot of cleanup, and it's very tight in there. Maybe we'll cut. I thought to cut both sides actually, but maybe not as many cuts. Cutting, opening up the backside will be easier to clean up. There's no plan going into these. Every lock's different. I'll bring out my locks later, but these are all pretty standard shape. But some of them, kind of, the stock shape that they have is a little, everyone is different. Kind of figure it out as you go. It's what I like about it. So this does get clamped on in there nice. That's the beak side, or the butt side. Chicken butt. You do something like that. And that's good too because this back side has less material. So it would be a skinnier window. If I do it over here, it'd be a big old chunky breast that you have to view the pins through. And like I said, clean them, that'd be silly. I already started to file off the kerf marks. These marks right here are the two screws that go in, or yeah, two screws that go in either side of the lock to bolt it to the latch on the other side. I was just barely kissing them. They may get going. I may sand it up a little more, but as you can see with this one, if I totally erase those lines, I'm going to start getting into, I kind of want to keep that square, but I already chewed at it a little bit. But if I focus on getting rid of those, I'll lose my shape a little bit, or could add to it a little bit more of the neck. And then on this side, yeah, I could probably afford to take a little off. So those two, the last little bit of threads might disappear. Don't take my word for it. I changed my mind 50 times when working on these. So there's that. So you know, before I wanted to cut, I don't know. That's the problem with doing these lives. It's like, it'd be nice just to get right to business, but then at the same time, I'm still figuring out what I want to do. But let me get some music on for you so don't hear me rambling the whole time. What are we at here for this? What do you want to listen to? Close, home. Swan. That'd be nice.
You know what's up? If something's free, people just can't resist it. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh, is that picture free?
Mm. I don't know why it's so quiet. Hold on. You might hear it. There we are. Stop. You know later. Let me get to. We'll start cutting it. Decisions. Maybe we can make another jig. Make another jig and start marking up some lines. Shout out to TX Rebel. We put our logo over there on the lock. Cedar Brook Meadows. Laser engraved locks. There's a lot of lock picking content. Check them out. TX Rebel. I think there's something else. You'll find it. Yeah, there's combat vet, I believe. There's maybe something up there. I'm gonna get jiggy with it. I can reuse this jig. There's a jig for. Oh, is this for? What was this for? Sometimes you get lucky and then the pins line up. No, it won't work for this one. Nope, not the right one. So, cutting this side, I have it hooked on. I'm gonna make a little Where are you way zoomed in? What are you doing over there? I apologize for the audio. Again, I got a microphone coming. I have no idea what it sounds like. Let me know if the audio does cut out. Speaker shot. I'm gonna get a little shoulder. I'll do that over on the. It's gonna look something like that, like this. So hooks on the face, and then I can mark these holes down the body. I might not open up all those, like some of these other ones. Because if this is the pickin' chicken, I might make it like a challenge lock where it only exposes 1, 2, 3. Green Tools NYC just did a really cool one for G Key. I think he calls this 3v3. Has one hole blanked off, another one open, blanked off, open, blanked off. I might do that. It might be nice too because this is a nice chunky piece. So if I leave that one blanked off, I start my hole fresh there, and blank, fresh, and then that will leave a nice little chunky bit on this side. So it might look somewhat symmetrical. I could open it all up, but I do these by hand. It's a lot of hacksaw blade width, and then when you get closer to being done, it opens up to almost double hacksaw blade. I think it's about time for a CNC. A little overdue. When I get my glasses, I'll bring you over to the table saw. See my glasses? Hey. Audio not that bad at the moment. Thanks, Black Smoke. Thanks so much. Very nice. Now don't use your table saw as a shelf. Then you gotta clean up every time. Lights. Camera. Action. One of my lives the other day. I'm not even gonna say. I'm jinxing myself. It was a nasty kickback I had cutting this aluminum on my lines. Nasty. I was wearing a jacket. Gutted me. So put that little chunk of plywood there because the aluminum's kind of skinny and it squeaks underneath that. Squeaks underneath this fence here. I was gonna reuse this one, but keep it square. We get another chunk.
is a mascara worth getting excited over. When I tried this the first time I was in Miami, I was very impressed to see that it actually helped. Honestly, if you're considering getting a lash lift,
So it needs to be about that wide. The thumb is. Be nice and square. Hey, Barney. Sketchy stuff there. Don't try that at home. Subscribe and watch me do it. Okay. Shoulder there. Come on over here. Square up the shoulder a little bit. I don't like that one either. I'm looking for like a banjo meditation kind of funky, kind of swampy. See the ice over there? Right on the ice. That's pretty square. Okay. Hey, Barney. Hey, Clovis. What's up, y'all? I don't know if I've seen them up here before. I'll show you what I do real quick. What I'm playing with right now is a. Which one was that? That is the pick and chip. It's over at the tape stop. So I'll take a Medico high security lock. I'll take it out. Oh, is that an uncut one? All right, very good. So this is an uncut one, something like you find on your deadbolt. Medico Usman. Nice fancy stores, banks, whatnot. And I'll chop them up and put a nice shape on them. So we're making the pickin' chicken. The pickin' chicken. Cut it back. As a black smoke stick, put it in a vise because you only have so many hands. Nope, why do that? I need some lines on. Yeah, I'm whooped up today. I'm whooped up. I got the chicken nesting boxes mounted. That's good. Bring it to the other side so I can adjust it. There's that. Flip this around. We're gonna be over here. We're gonna be there. Be over here. Okay. And pull up this. Hey, the one, not two. What's up, buddy? Welcome, welcome. We got the pickin' chicken here. Slow start tonight, but hey, what are you gonna do? It's nicer weather. I feel like the evenings I'm just gonna keep getting slower and slower. Got spoiled with a slow winter. Spoiled. Slow winter means I got the gym coming. But hey, what are you gonna do? That's it. There, scratch one? Yeah. Yeah, I'm all doing so on the bus. See, transfer. Let's do this one here. See where I'm at? What I'm playing with? I'll work over here. How's that? Nacho chacho. Chachi. Chachi nacho. These are going to be tricky. You got a little bit of a distance. I'll put my square down. Is this a square? You could set it flat like that and transfer the tip down. I don't know if these cuts are fairly square. It looks nice. I might do that. A square. Back to the bus. To the mics. Come on over here. Do that. Got all my lights on? Yeah. Man, I need more lights in here. Can't have enough lights. Is that a square cut? Mm. Should get a little table. Is that square? No, I just did that with the bandsaw. Not bad. Looks kind of square. Let me get something that I know is square without having my square. What's square? What can I grab? Something square. A chunk of wood that when I had the chop saw down here. I just want to run out to the shed and go build my square. I had a couple of them. Missing one, and two are out there. It might be square, but probably not. You square? Want to be square? What are you doing over there? Get your hands out of your pocket. I'm over here. Sorry about that. Sometimes I lose track of where the camera is and what it's pointing at and all that fun stuff. It's fun recording all that at the phone, but one, the Wi-Fi is not great, even with the extender. And two, moving the camera every time is like, it's to be too much. Can you see him? A little light glare on him. Got a couple little ticks right at the apex of that circle there. When you come on down, nice. Hey Zoe the cat, welcome. We call it the pickin' chicken. I was still saying, it might not do all the, might not open it all the way up. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. What do I want to do? Let's get some advice. Should I make this into a challenge lock like the one Green Tools just did, where it was like the blank, no window, window, no window, window, no window, window? Or, so it's like every other pin is exposed, or just open them all up. 6 cuts or 3 cuts? Put it in the chat. Let me know. I'm 50-50 with it. I don't know what I should do. Where'd my drink go? Open it all up. Thanks, Zoe the cat. Right. I did just get some fresh hacksaw blades, so that is a good answer. I'll go ahead and mark all of them. Just didn't want to be putting a bunch of scratch marks on it when later on I decide to just do Couple. You know, that was my original thought too, opening it all up. I'll show you in a minute. We get to scratching a little bit. Chicken scratching. Oh my God. These puns just keep coming. Something about lock picking chickens. Well, the scratching. All right, I'll stop. Picking. What the heck was I scratching with this thing? I like to hone this scratch all. Hone it in with a little leather and some compound, but that's up at the house. For like the strop. Do some wood carving and I have a nice strop up at the house. A little tick at the very bottom of that. Little tick there. Little tick there. Oh yeah, ticks. Speaking of ticks, if you're out there playing in the nice weather, check yourself for ticks. Don't forget. Last year I was seeing them really small ones. I haven't seen them small ones in a long time. Like, you can't even see them kind of small. Whoa. Sorry, stepped on the cord. Guess I don't have to have this plugged in. There's that. I could double check it with these. Probably will. There we go. I was looking for something square and I had these the whole time. Some cool annealed tungsten. I might make some picks out of them. I have some skinny ones and fat ones. But they work good for like gauges and like marking stuff out. You can kind of mix and match. Kind of swing them over and get them way up in there. I mean, heck, you could use these for transferring on the marks. But now looking at just that short little distance I did, they're okay. But my scratch all can go left or right. I know this is square, that's square. Let me just do something like this for a quick second. Who knows if we'll get to cutting tonight. I'm kind of whooped up with the playing out there in the fields and stuff. Look at that, that's perfect, right to the center. Just hairball under. But yeah. These are wobbly too. A little better. Yeah, I'm only gonna do this just to transfer it down to that high point there, and then I'm gonna get my jig because that'll be more on the money. Make my jig nicey nice. Alright. Oh yeah. One, a two. A three. This is a fatty. Put back a shorty. That's my creepy swamp music. I'd love to play some other stuff, but man, you just get that music artist really like them greenbacks. Get to yelling at you about the copyright and stuff. I have a song or two I've made. I got one of them recorded. I want to get the other one recorded. Just play them things. One day I'll bring the guitar down here or something, or sit in the outhouse and play you guys a song. Time for fleas and ticks. Hell yeah. That one's a little low. Good job. More of the ball. Yeah, the last one. Don't go scratching my finish now. This is a nice brushed finish on there. One time I went into a recording studio to record my singing. The place caught on fire. Oh my goodness. That must be a good voice you set the place on fire. That's awesome. Get back to singing. I'm not much of a singer or guitar player. Well, I'm kind of really liking the guitar, but I grew up playing drums. And then for the longest time I had in high school, I borrowed, it's called a strum stick. It's 3 strings, a little folk instrument, and it's tuned D, A, D, I think. So just strumming them all open, it's nice resonance. It just makes a nice sound. I don't know too much about the keys, but just all open was a chord itself. I got really good at finger picking that. Up, 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 up. And it got to the point where it was kind of limiting, just the 3 strings. I was like, if I'm just putting this much time and attention into a little 3-string folk instrument, I might as well just go get the real deal. That I bought a really nice guitar off a guy I used to work with, and then bring over this. Oh shit! I think I'm waking up the dogs. Waking up the dogs. Gotta be quiet. My dog's still. Bought a $200 guitar off a guy from work, and then started playing that, and I got tired of playing other people's songs. Playing with all the tabs and stuff, and I was like, man, I gotta write my own stuff. So I wrote like 2 songs. Got it. 1 minute. Yeah, just those songs. I don't want to. I'd love to put them out there, but at the same time, it's like pretty damn cool. I doubt anybody would take them and call them their own, but actually have the one I went through and got it what is it called, published or something. I have a nice little letter certificate of copyright thing. I copyrighted one of them, but I didn't on the other one. Yeah. So you can't see me playing. Zoe, I don't know if do you have YouTube? I'll check out your I'll try to remember. I'll do a little screenshot here. I don't know if I have you subscribed or if I'm subscribed to you. Apologize if not. I tried to on all these, but there's so many of you. This is Black Smoke's idea the other day. I was sitting there fumbling with the oh, you son of a dog. Look at all that time I transferred the lines up to this tip, and Can I open that up too? Baby. I wanted to transfer it down to this back side. See if my jig will pick it up. What a day. I'm telling you. Thanks for kicking it with me. Yeah, if I do something like that, I'll just flip it over. I'll cut the lines through with the saw, and then I'll file out this side for the little punch holes to rest inside. Oh, buddy. What you gonna do? Just keep on trucking. I'll raise you up a little bit. I did one video and then my wife died. Oh, I'm sorry, Zoe. Hate to hear that. Yeah, videos would be cool too. I had a really cool idea for that first song I made. It's kind of all about growing up down at the river. Growing up, my dad had this V8 Four Winds boat. He named it the Mud Run. And we'd be out on that boat every weekend. Sometimes twice a week. Out on the Hudson River. Water skiing. Camping. We'd load up the boat and we'd go way up north, and there's some sandy islands on the river. And then in like a month or two, there's striper season. It's nice. So the song's just all about railroad riverbank. Well, that being said, I still have the place where I wrote the song about. It's still in the family. Nice little river front there. Sounds fancy, but it's I mean, you call it fancy. Anything on the river's fancy. It's been in the family for a really long time. Don't go down when we go striper fishing. Big ones. Alright, I like that. Boom, boom, boom. That one's a little to the side. Here. Okay. Yeah, you're putting teeth in my finish. What are you thinking? I started early tonight so that I didn't have to go too late. I'll wrap it up around. Still. Oh yeah, she's still in tune. Still in tune. Like that. This one. I think I wanted that one. My flashlight. Pretty anal about marking these up correct, because once you get to going on it with the stall, kind of want to be on the money. Sure, these, since I'm going to be marking on the other side, I want these to be some perpendicular and square, because even just that little bit could throw it off on the other side. I'm using the other side as the jig. It's only 1/8 of an inch, but a lot can happen in 1/8 of an inch, let me tell you. Just like that one. And something like that. Square it up. Okay. Send it. Oh, I brought a water down here. Give me one moment. Put a little water in my system. With the triangle. I'm gonna pin triangle. The triangle. Where's the pin? No. Triangle profile has a cutting edge on all 3 sides. This is nice. Not file this side. Okay, we're getting closer. If all I do tonight is make a jig, get jiggy with it, I'll be happy. Just one step closer. Okay. Got the jig. I got the jig. Let's put the files back. Put the files away. Back where they belong. I hate looking for tools. Gotta use the tools like it's an extension of your hand. And you never lose your hand, so why you gotta be losing tools? Just make sure that. Hey, yeah. You know what? Scratchy. Oh, I jinxed that one. Scratch. What are you doing over there? I'm gonna bring you over here. So we want it all totally opened up. What do you think about both sides? See what I was thinking with that? Just doing 1, 2, 3. I'll flip it over and then do the opposite 1, 2, 3. So you can view them, but only viewing 3 at a time. So it'd be, say, 1, 2, and 4. Flip it over, and it would show a 2, 5, and a 6. Open it all up. I could open up both sides. There's a good amount of meat. That kind of gets skinny. The problem with opening it all the way up is that could be break factor right there. This is a little consistent on the thickness there. I think it's a little skinny. And skinny chickens. We got the Texas Rangers for meat birds, and they're big birds. They look really good. And then this is the first year Sam is incubating them. So we got baby chicks that we made ourselves. Hatched them ourselves. Okay. Jiggy with it like this. Get jiggy with it. Yes, I can. Let me double, triple check this. Looking at the camera. I'll get you crooked. It doesn't look lined up there, but you're not the one doing the cutting, okay? No, even that one's a little off. I don't like the first one. First one has to go this way a tiny bit. Down in there. We're filing off. Hey, everybody. We got a couple people in here tonight. Don't be afraid to ask questions or just relax and enjoy. I'm doing a little metal work, we'll call it. Cutting some brass. But it's a lock take a regular deadbolt mortise lock and make a nice little art piece out of it. This is my pickin' chicken. It's kind of like the first one. You don't have much really flavor though. Holes. Get way over there. There's it. I was going the wrong way. It's going the wrong way. And over here. This is one heck of a jig. Pin number 1 is looking fresh. This is right at the tip. Right in the center of my 2 little trials. That's crazy. Little cut right on it. And shaving down. Yeah. So Cedar, what you thinking for CNC reel mill or router engraver? Yeah, that's a good question. Right? CNC. Most likely that, I mean, readily available is that Amazon special or that site that Green was getting it off of. I forget the name. Alley, maybe a little cheaper. That'd be my neighbor down the street. He's a machinist, and you go into his garage, and he has those really big old school mills, probably the ones that you're playing with, dials and whatnot. I don't know, whatever comes on the marketplace a lot. If I find a nice little cute tabletop version, something looking like the drill press, nice little boom boom, and then you got the and just dial this side, dial that side. That'd be pretty badass. But for yeah, I don't know. Very good question. Do you have any recommendations? I'll check it in a minute. I'm kind of fighting this first little nacho. I don't want to spend a killing. This is a little hobby. Already not deep in it, but you can get deep into it real quick. All right, back to the center. Back to the center. It's that. I'm gonna put a little purple. That one right there. Okay. CNC, what do you call it? What do you call it? The router engraver. I think that's more versatile, but maybe not. Program some stuff into it, or do it manually. But if I go the old school mill method, that's just straight up straight cuts. Wait, X, Y. I think with those router engravers, you can start to program it to do some swoops and stuff. Let me get my chunks of wood. I don't want to be. I have another chunk of oak. You see my oak? Uh-oh. Here it is. This one's flat, but this one has some teeth. They're not real aggressive, but aggressive enough to mar up some grass. Scratch? Scratchy? We're gonna straight down like some sights. See, drifting along some. I know what I started out with was on the money, but then the file, one side of the file could have been biting more than the other, so it makes my D's off center. Try to mark all the high points. Where the blade will touch first. Some reference lines in the metal. There's a loon. Yeah, I wish we had loons over here. I've only heard a loon once in real life. I'm not sure how much. I love a good loon call. They're freaking awesome. Black, white, big old duck with the red eyes. You know why they're not around here? Very close. I don't think I traveled far. I think it's a little more north. Maybe they're around here, they're just rare. But I've never heard one around here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. What time is it? 9 o'clock? Not bad. MCO. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Screenshot that right there. You got something to look for on the marketplace. Trainer mill. Let's see. Yeah. There was a couple weeks ago. There was a really cool jeweler's not mill. So lathe. Just a really cool tabletop lathe. That was sick. I used a wood lathe before, but never with metal. Bye. That first one was just bugging me out. Because even from this top tick to that tick, it's over like a 30-second. I'm going to be cutting on there first. When you're cutting on this with the blade, you only have so many eyeballs. Watch out for the tilt, this tilt, and then you want an eyeball on the hole you can't see. Then you're relying on these marks down here. Yeah. With the amount of little backtracking I did tonight, I'm kind of tired. I really don't want to be slicing into this. At least I got it marked up. Might catch up with y'all tomorrow and finish really start going at it. I'm gonna follow my gut. Hey Busby. What's going on? Busby was in my live when I was playing with the chicken coop the other day. A little lubrication in this. Started getting funny on me the other day. After I make them, I'll be dry as a bone. Clean them all up. I don't want them all greasy when I take pictures on them, but I did get some graphite, not graphite, yeah, graphite lubricant. Some of that in this one. And this one's coming along. Ever since I started the pick and chicken, I stopped working on this one. Bugging me out a little bit. There's some fractures in the brass. Some hairline. The cast, there were some defaults in it. They transferred all the way through. That's what you're looking at right here. There's an air bubble in the cast. And that air bubble, down in there's a really dark little hole. That is a hole that protrudes to this opening right here, but I was able to, it started to chunk out. I sanded it down a little bit more and got most of the chunks out. There's a couple little nicks here and there. I'll probably take the Dremel to it and be real ginger. I got, these turned out really nice. That's all done by hand. Hacksaw, Dremel, files, sandpaper. I didn't clean it up yet, so there might be some burrs. So that's one shear line between this body and that. That's one shear line. And this gets inserted from the rear of the lock. Boom. And then the second shear line is the main plug here. So there will be the pin, the key pins, then within this cylinder there will be another set of pins, the exact height of that, which is like about a 1/4 inch. It's pretty chunky. 3/16 maybe. And then the top pins with the springs. So this will be my first dual shear line. And I might open up this plug too. But it's so deep in there. I mean, I'm sure you see it right through there. So if I open it up, you'd see the pins. And I'm considering getting, I got to check my little stock of pins, but if I put a wafer or two in there, right now, the pins that are within this are all the exact same dimension. So that being said, when you put the key in and turn it, only this rotates. But I'm thinking if I put a couple shorty pins and then a wafer or two on top of it, you could pick it to that second shear line, and then you would get the whole, you'd get this rotating. But right now, only this rotates. It was set up stock that way. It was only ever set up for one key. It'd be great if it was set up for 2 keys, and then I wouldn't have to scrounge around for some wafers and whatnot. We got that back. Got a couple other people in here. I'll show you my There's the seagull I cut. That was a full plate, and I took the jeweler's saw. These saws right here. You can barely see the blade. You undo it, put the blade through a starter hole, and I cut out those two windows there. Managed to save right around the logo. And it's opened up to cutaway. And then the tail piece for the lock that engages the latch on the other side, you know. Inside of the door, you can twist the latch, or the outside of the door, you turn the key. I filed that down into a lock pick. Polished it all up. That bevel right there is because it's pretty thick and then it tapers in and gets skinny. So it has a nice sheen from the thick to the thin. I put some gun bluing on it because it's raw steel. Put gun bluing on this. And I do have set screws that would sit flush. I kind of like it. Almost looks like some spines or something. It's a mean little cutaway lock with a, called a stinger tail. Pretty nice profile for picking the medical locks. I started this cut right here. Still have to get back to this. It's almost like a bird or an anchor. Oh, there it goes. And on the cuts, I saved these two screw holes, because if I chopped into them, it would start impeding on my shape. So that was important to stay away from those. That side got a little close. How close is it? Yeah, I still got a little meat left, but you can't see it, so. Yep. Doing it by hand, so you can't be totally symmetrical. Gives it a little character. Try hard, but symmetrical isn't even that great. You know our faces aren't even symmetrical? If you were to take a picture of your face, cut it in half, and then reverse image it over there, you'd think it'd be the same, but you would have two different faces. You take the left side and mirror it over here, it would look like a completely different person. Or if you take a picture of your face, cut it in half, and then mirror this side over there, you'd have like three different people. Our faces aren't symmetrical either. But symmetry isn't everything. But anyway, I think that's it for me. Kind of tired tonight. I don't want to be cutting on this and messing up my pretty chicken. So, gonna get a good night's sleep and talk about sleep and start yawning. Sorry about that. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Yeah, you want to see my pretty face? See how tired I am? Good night, everybody. Later, Black Smoke. Later, Zoe. There's a couple of cats in here before. Thanks so much. You too. Thank you. I'll be at the farm tomorrow. I got them nesting boxes done in the coop. That's all I really did out there today. But yeah, cool. Have a great night. See you next time. I'll probably go live tomorrow. I don't know what the weekend brings, but we'll try. All right, good night. See you in the next one. Peace.